Hey everyone, welcome back to Inside the Clinch. Today we have the pleasure of being joined by a friend of the podcast and one of Israel's youngest MMA prospects, Ilay Barzilay. Shalom, welcome back.
Shalom, my friend. How are you doing?
Good, glad to have you back. We're very excited to have you back before your next fight, which is coming up in a few days. Can you tell us how you're feeling and what kind of shape you're in leading up to the fight?
I'm feeling very good. Feeling very good. For every fight, I'm preparing very, very hard. I'm taking it very seriously, and every fight I'm coming in a great shape. It's been a long camp, six months non-stop camp. So of course, I'm a bit tired because it's been a long camp, but my shape is awesome, and I'm feeling very good physically and mentally as well.
Do we have any predictions for the fight?
First round KO.
First round KO. Nice. So last time you were on the show, actually, you predicted a first round finish against Chris Wright, even though you said it was going to be very tough to do. But not only did you win, your prediction came true. How did that feel?
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, I'm very realistic guy. I won't say something that I won't believe in it. So I definitely believe I'm going to finish this fight in the first round. It's very hard for me to see it. Last fight, the focus was on controlling and not rushing to finish because all my wins was they've been with the finish. So the goal was to control the rounds, not rush to the finish, and just have some good time, good experience, and I did it good. But now I want to finish again. So I think round one. If not, I don't see the fight going to 1-3. But if so, I'm ready.
Let's do it, man. Looks like you had a very great training camp. You actually got to train with one of my favorite UFC fighters, Darren Till. How was that?
Yeah, it's been amazing. The level in Syndicate always was high level guys, but it's good to have now Dan Hooker training with the team and Darren Till and the killers. It's not just about to train with them. It's also about like to watch them training, to learn, to ask some questions, and they have a lot of experience they bringing to the career syndicate. So that's amazing. That's amazing, and I learn a lot from both just from watching them. I had a pleasure to help Dan a little bit with his preparation with the fight against Islam. It's been a pleasure, and I learned from it a lot.
Are those guys staying here for, I guess, until they can figure out their situation back home with the COVID situation, or are they just visiting for a short period of time?
I don't know. I don't want to say about Dan because I don't know if I don't know if
that's fair.
He made it public. But Darren, I think Darren is for a good time. He had some injury from the last fight with the knee. So I think with the knee. So he doing some recovery program with the PI. They helping him, and he having some good time at the gym at Syndicate. So I believe he every couple more weeks or months.
That's awesome. Like I said, you guys are training with some killers out there. Natan Levy as well. We spoke about him last time. He's a great Israeli prospect as well. You guys both, I see you guys training together all the time, learning from each other, which is really exciting as a fan.
Yeah, that's amazing. In every interview, I'm saying how we're supporting each other, and Natan is like a big brother for me. He's helping me a lot before my fights and in usual, in life. And he's gonna fight 15 days after my fight. He's gonna make his UFC debut. And my advice is, it's gonna be a big problem, big problem for the lightweight division. I'm sure. That's exciting. That's exciting, and I can't wait to watch him perform how he's performed as usual, you know, for his UFC debut.
Did you guys know each other before you started training in Syndicate, or is that where you guys met?
Yeah, we both was training at the same gym in Israel. We both from the same city in Israel. So Natan came to the gym after his first amateur fight, and I was a young kid, like 14 years old probably, pretty new to the game. He helped me a lot. I learned from him a lot. And then like 2 or 3 years later, yeah, 3 years later, after I competed a lot in BJJ, uh, I didn't know what to do, but I wanna move. I wanna improve my game, and I didn't know if I'm gonna go to Brazil because I'm half Brazilian and my Portuguese it's good, so it was easier for me at that time. But I asked him what he thinks I should do, and he told me to come train where he's training at Syndicate, and I did it. I came, and I'm glad I did it.
So you're glad you
yeah.
didn't choose Brazil instead?
Now you put me on a problem. I think the level in Brazil is very good, but you know, I mean, you watch all the events and all the stuff right now of the MMA scene. It's everything going in Vegas. So there's more opportunities in Vegas. You're more close to the plate, and you have more chances to prove yourself. So yeah, I definitely think it was the right choice for me.
Is there any word on when you're going to make your pro debut?
That's probably my last amateur fight. After this fight, I'm gonna be back to Israel to spend some good time with my family. And after that, I'm gonna be back to Vegas and probably start my pro debut and my race to the UFC.
That's exciting. When was the last time you were in Israel?
6 months ago. 6 months ago.
Okay, so a long time away from home.
Yeah. That's not easy, you know, to be far from the family and everything.
I can imagine.
But but every fight I'm improving. Every day I'm improving my game. I'm working very hard. I don't miss no training. I'm going to every practice, giving all what I got, and it paid off. Even if in the fights or in the training, I can see my improvement.
That's exciting, man. That's very, very exciting. So this weekend we have a very big UFC event, UFC 268, going to be at Madison Square Garden in New York City. Wanted to talk through a few of the fights, the big fights on the card. I mean, that card is stacked from top to bottom, but just wanted to talk through, I guess, the last 3 fights. First of which being a fight at lightweight, your weight class, between Justin Gathje and Michael Chandler. This was a fight I was hoping they were going to make as soon as Michael Chandler, went over to the UFC. I just think stylistically they match up perfectly. How do you think that fight goes? Who do you think wins?
Then that's gonna be a hard fight for both. I would say Chandler is probably the better wrestler in MMA. I mean, they both have good wrestling, but I would say they both very, very athletic. But I would say Chandler is maybe a bit more explosive than Gaethje. But Gaethje is more dangerous on the feet. I'm going with Gaethje. I think Gaethje gonna win in a knockout.
Yeah, I agree. I think Gaethje has more power. Yeah, I think he has a very durable chin too. So he's gonna have to put Gaethje to sleep, I think, if Michael Chandler wants to win, like Khabib did. But Justin Gaethje was a wrestler too, so it's not gonna be that easy for Chandler.
Is it a 5-round fight?
I think it's a 3-round fight.
3 rounds.
Yeah, because usually it's just the title fights and the main events that are 5 rounds.
I mean, if it was 5 rounds, I would say Gaethje for sure. But 3 rounds, yeah, I think it's gonna be a close fight. But I still going with Gaethje. I think after the last fight of Gaethje, all the people saying like he had very bad fight, he had very bad ground, but we gotta remember that not everyone is like Khabib. Like there's a reason why no one did it to Gaethje before, so I don't think he's gonna get smashed like this again. But yeah, I'm going with Gaethje on this one.
I agree with you. I agree. I think Gaethje gets it done. Next in the co-main event, we have Zhang Weili trying to take her belt back from Rose Namajunas. She lost it several months ago via very fast knockout. Some people want to say it may have been a fluke. I personally was rooting for Zhang Weili. I thought she was going to win, so I was a bit disappointed at how fast the fight ended. I'm hoping this one's going to be a little bit longer, but who do you think wins this one?
She's training now with Henry Cejudo, right?
Yes. Yeah. Zhang Weili, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going with Rose. I think Rose is gonna win again. I don't know if it's a knockout, but I believe Rose is gonna win this fight. Knockout or decision.
I'm on the fence this time. I don't know. Last time I was leaning more towards Zhang Weili because I felt like Rose wasn't mentally there. But I mean, she proved us all wrong on the night. Not only did she win, she won in like a minute, very fast knockout. And she sounds like she has her head in the right place. She doesn't sound as stressed out as she used to be. You know what I mean? She seems happier now with the belt than when she had it previously. So I don't know. I feel like Rose will probably get it done, but like Zhang Weili, she's so good. I feel like if that knockout didn't happen as fast, we would have seen something like the Joanna fight, Zhang Weili versus Joanna, which was amazing.
Yeah, that's interesting to see. What about her confidence, because she lost in that way so fast. So it's interesting to see how it's gonna affect her in the rematch. But yeah, I think also Rose is in a good place right now, and I think if she's gonna be focused like last time, I think she's gonna win the fight again.
Yeah, Zhang Weili also seems a little bit angry and upset with how everything ended last time. So, if she comes in with an angry head, she might not be thinking clearly, which could, negatively affect her performance. So that's going to be a very interesting fight to see what happens. Rose Namajunas, I think she won her belt the first time at Madison Square Garden too, if I'm not mistaken. So if she can defend her title there also, it's going to be a pretty big legacy for her.
Yes.
So the main event is Usman versus Covington 2. Usman defeated Covington via 4th round stoppage. Who do you think wins this rematch? It's been Colby Covington hasn't fought since the rematch. Usman has had, I believe, 2 or 3 fights ever since. So the champ has been active. Colby has kind of just been waiting to get this opportunity again, which I'm not usually a fan of, people just sitting around and waiting. How do you think this rematch plays out?
I think Usman gonna win again, but I hope Colby gonna win this fight. I like Colby more. To be honest, I don't like Usman personality a lot, but you can't say nothing about him. About like technically is the best fighter in the world. So yeah, I think Usman gonna win again with decision. I think he's gonna win. He's gonna have a little bit easier win than the last time. I think he's gonna perform even better. But I wish Colby gonna win this fight. I really want Colby to win.
Yeah, I'm with you too. I think Colby's going to win as well. A lot of people scored it 2-2 going into the 5th round last time, but I scored it 3-1 going into the 5th round. So I thought as long as it went to decision, Colby was going to win that fight. Also, I do think that the stoppage was a little bit early. Like, Colby wasn't out. He did have a broken jaw, but, the guy was still fighting for a round and a half, 2 rounds after that. Usually though, I don't like when contenders just kind of sit around and wait a long time to get that extra opportunity. When you're not active, you're not in the gym as much, you're not in training camp, so you're not making the same improvements, like for example, Usman has been making in and out of camps. I don't know. I feel like Covington is going to get the job done, but Usman, his striking did get much, much better. Like he developed a lot more power, I feel like, in his punches than the last time they met up. So I would not be completely surprised if Usman gets a, definitive knockout this time, but I'm going to go with Covington by decision. I hope that's how he gets the job done.
Yeah, and it's gonna be also interesting to see if they're gonna wrestle this time, or it's still gonna be kind of kickboxing fight. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. I believe I believe Colby is a bit better than Usman in the wrestling area. I'm not sure, but I believe Colby is a bit better. And there's a reason why Usman don't want to wrestle with him. But yeah, that's interesting fight. Yeah, I wish Colby gonna win this one. But yeah, Usman getting better every time, every fight. His striking, his wrestling, everything. Like, that's interesting.
Yeah, I'm excited for this card. Even the prelims are exciting on this one. We had back-to-back two big UFC cards, so that's very exciting. One more question for you before we finish this up. Are you team Hezbollah or are you team Abdul Rozik? Do you know who those guys are?
Yeah, none of them.
None of them, really?
None of them.
Why not?
Yeah. I don't know. Just, I mean, I like Hezbollah, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of them both.
Gotcha.
Just, I don't know.
Personally, I think they're hilarious, especially Hezbollah. I think he was the biggest gangster at the UFC 267 last weekend. He was just going, punching everybody. Everybody was loving it, taking pictures with him. He was like the real MVP over there on Fight Island.
Yeah, that was funny.
All right, Eli, anything you want to say to the audience before we wrap it up?
Thank you for having me back in the show.
Absolutely.
I want to take my team, Syndicate, Coach John Wood, Mike Pyle, Frank Mir, Forrest Griffin. I want to thank, of course, Natan, all my family and friends and fans in Israel. I got big support, and I can't disappoint them. So I gotta have a very good performance, and I'm sure I'm gonna win this fight with a finish. And that's it. I hope we're gonna talk after the win.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and thank you very much.
Thank you for coming back on. Where is it? Can we watch the fight, or is it going to be streamed anywhere?
Yeah. So it's gonna be streamed on Island Fight Facebook. That's the promotion I'm gonna fight. So it's gonna be on their Facebook. It's a pay-per-view stream. So if you guys wanna tune in, go to their Facebook, and the fight's supposed to be at Friday, probably at like 5 p.m. Vegas time.
All right, sounds good. We'll be tuning in. Best of luck. We hope you get that first round finish.
Yeah, thank you very much, brother. Thank you.
Have a good one, bro.
Appreciate it.